joined by Lena Scissorhands from Infected Rain.
Hi, how
Welcome.
are you? Hi.
It's very nice to meet you finally.
Thank you for having me here.
No, thank you for wanting to do the interview.
Of course.
I just want to congratulate you on your recently released album, Ecdysis. Is that
Ecdysis.
Ecdysis? I'm
Yes.
Flemish, so sorry for my
Don't,
pronunciation.
don't worry. Um, it's a very unique word because it's not really used in an everyday life. So
Mhm.
it's only used, I would say mainly used in biology and science, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So don't worry for
Uh,
not knowing how to pronounce that. We have looked it up
okay.
too, so.
Well, it's already my album of the year.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes. How pleased are you with the feedback from the media and the fans so far?
Extremely pleasantly surprised. We always have a lot of love from our fans and followers. However, this album was very, um, you know, um, wanted and anticipated, and people really, really waited for it because I believe it's mainly because our previous album, Endorphin, didn't really have the proper, um, hype and exposure and everything. Because of COVID, we only went on tour one time, and we didn't really have enough opportunities to like show that album to the world. And that's why I feel like people really wanted and waited for new music from us, and the reaction is very good.
Um,
There are obviously all types of comments and opinions, but the majority is absolutely shocked with the result. So
yeah. As long as you're feeling good by with what you're doing.
I absolutely love what I'm doing, and I am very proud of Infected Rain and what we have become. And considering where we come from and how long it took us to be where we are, and on what cost sometimes, I'm very proud of it. I'm a big fan of our music, and yeah, love it.
Yeah, you can see it in the videos and everything that you really are enjoying it and it's your passion. Yes.
Yes.
My first introduction to the band was Me Against You.
Okay.
Dirt bike riding is a passion. So did the dirt bike riding myself. Did you do the stunts yourself?
No, actually, that's a very good question. We had professional actors for that, not actors, but professional writers, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And because we are all wearing helmets, we tried to choose them by our body complexion and
Yeah.
height. Just so it looked like it was
Yeah.
us, in that video game. In fact, the guy that was on my bike, being me, he was
Mm-hmm.
only 14 or 15 at the time, or maybe, yeah, something like that. He was very young, um, maybe even 13 actually. And he was a champion in junior champion of dirt bike in Europe. And unfortunately, a couple of years after, he actually died in during a competition. So it's very sad. But yeah, we actually we actually got in touch with the dirt bike athletes, I guess, call them professional riders in Moldova, and we found out that we have one of the best trails considered in Europe as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we filmed it there, and we had the entire team there. So many people were involved to help out and make sure that it looks like as professional and as close to the reality as possible.
It was.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's why I loved it so much.
Yeah, it's interesting because this is actually our third music video in the career
Mm-hmm.
of the band, and it's the first music video where we actually have an entire team of Infected Rain that you can see until today. Our drummer was the last one to join. Unfortunately, our previous drummer had to move to a different country, and I think he stopped doing music altogether. And we were very lucky to be joined by our friend Eugene, which he is still in our band, and he that was his first music video with us. So yeah,
Wow, that must have been a thrill.
yeah, it very exciting because it was actually his very first music video in general, and yeah, Me Against You is the first music video for Infected Rain where our entire team is just as the way you see us today. You know, we didn't change since then. The members are the same.
Yeah. Your videos are always highly addictive and absorbing. Do you have a lot to do with the general direction, or is that left to someone else?
Well, when we sit down and go through ideas and how to put things together, I definitely give a lot of input, and we all do actually. You know, depending on the video. Some videos are more. You know, I have more to do with. Some video I have less to do with. You know, however, when we have anything going on, like if there's a interesting look going on for me, or like a creature or some side like little I don't know, being like that. Like you see, the majority of the videos have that. That's when they totally leave it for me, you know. I used to be a hair and makeup artist before I became a musician. So I'm having a lot of fun creating this like unique looking creatures, or and you know, help with how the main character will look like and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. I love the fact that you are very close to your fans and involve them with your world. How important do you feel it is for bands to have that personal interaction?
Well, it depends, you know, what your goals are and how you are as people. I think it's very it's yeah, it's very unique to and yeah, very unique to every single band, because for us it is very important, because if it wasn't for our fans, considering that we come from such a small country, in the other, you know, in the part of the planet where the art in general is not very supported, and especially if it's alternative, you know,
Yeah.
uh, we are definitely not, you know, um, not helped or giving any opportunities at all. And especially it being such a small country, we used to have a lot of restrictions of traveling, like the really strict restrictions for traveling for the majority of countries of Eastern Europe. They changed only not that long ago. You know, the band is 13 years old, and I believe the first 6 years we struggled a lot going through embassies and embassies and embassies with paperwork and a lot of money to just be able to show our music. And even in our you know, neighbor country, Romania, we used to need, you know, it's 2 hours driving from like
Yeah.
you know, one city to another, from Moldova to Romania, and we needed this, like, you know, permission from the embassy, an actual visa that they would only give it to you for like a week or two. Super stressful. Instead of like helping out artists, they only will complicate things. I do understand certain regulations and restrictions were necessary for many reasons. However, later on, especially for us, being closer to Europe, certain restrictions went down after like 6 or 7 years of the band's existence. So we finally were able to actually travel, you know, Europe way further,
Yeah.
especially. So um, it's so unique, you know. In our case, the reason I'm telling you all this is if it wasn't for our fans and our following and our and the support that we get from our listeners, all this would never be possible. So we definitely owe a lot to our fans, you know.
Right.
So that's why I think that it's important to be close to people that give you so much. It's important to give at least a little bit back. Obviously, it's not easy because it's only one you and it's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people get upset with you and they sometimes overdo it with like I don't know, with the expectations,
Yeah.
as soon as you answer one message or two, they already think that you're best friends, and then they
Yeah.
get
I
upset.
understand.
Yeah, and then they get super upset if you don't answer them right away. But
Mm.
not without considering that you're also a human being. You have your own life as well, your own schedules and things that keep your life busy. And besides, social media, you can't be on social media
Yeah.
for 24 hours.
Oh,
So, however, that being said, there are also absolutely amazing, incredible people that never expect anything back. And actually, those people get the most from us because it comes so natural for us to talk to them, to greet them, to hug them when we see them in
yeah.
person shows, and all that stuff. So it's a very thin line here, where, as I said, not many people understand what comes, with our job. But
Yeah.
when they do, and who really does, they understand, and they're, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You got some fans that are really close. They almost stalk you, and then you have the fans that say, "Oh wow, Lena, you did magnificent tonight. Can I just have a hug?" And
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah. There's definitely different type of people. Every single person is very unique, and I mean, to be completely honest, we have to be very careful of how much attention and how much interaction we do with some
Mhm.
people, just because, to avoid misunderstandings, to avoid, breaking someone's heart, because we don't want to um, upset anyone just because we don't answer in time or something, but it comes with the job, and as I said, the majority of our fans, I actually am very proud to say that we have very nice and genuine people in the army of supporters of the band. We really do. They helped us financially very many times. They constantly spread the word about the band, and they try their best for the world to know. It's almost like, they are part of our team
Mhm.
sometimes. Like, we have genuine people, yeah, that we absolutely love, and it's actually super cool to see them when we see each other in chat and stuff.
Okay. Your voice is stunning, and especially I love your version of "Listen to Your Heart." Do
Oh,
you
thank
have Do you have plans or any other covers?
Not yet. I mean, some plans are in there in the back of my mind, yes.
Mhm.
However, yeah, I won't be able to um, tell them to you because, again, I don't like to promise things and then not let it happen.
Mhm.
Eventually, maybe, yeah, I'll do more covers. I'm very particular with covers. I have to really feel the song, really relate to the lyrics in order to be able to perform it. Like, when I say perform, I don't necessarily mean the stage itself, like just to engage properly and deliver properly. So yeah, we will see. I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Um, okay, let's talk tattoos.
Sure.
I love yours. I actually think the Ecdysis cover would be cool. What do you think about having that one on your blacked out sleeve?
Well, maybe eventually, for now, I really like the way the black arm looks like. And although the tattoo artist that did it, we actually talked that eventually, if for some reason I get tired of it, we could do something with white,
Yes.
which uh, maybe will happen. I don't know when. For now, I'm happy with how it looks already.
Can I ask you why you did it?
Why I did the black arm?
Yes.
Very easy answer, actually. Easier than people think. I did not regret what I had underneath it at
Okay.
all. However, with time, our skin changes and certain tattoos can fade and certain tattoos can change shape.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was the first sleeve that I did, and it was 12 years old. And there were certain parts of this sleeve that had some writing, the lettering.
Yeah.
And that was unfortunately the part that started fading and started being almost unreadable. If you didn't know what was there, it was a struggle to understand what
Okay.
was there. Um, so yes, I was thinking with time maybe to cover it with just the writing only with
Mm-hmm.
something else. Um, and also there was another reason that also nobody knows about. The background that I had was very colorful. Between like the portraits and the writings, I had a background. It was almost like fire looking. And right away, when I started doing that background, I remember developing an allergy to the red pigment.
Oh, wow.
And when that healed, it healed funky. It healed funny. The red pigment is not there anymore. And I know it wasn't visible for people to notice because I took really good care. I always take really good care of my tattoos. So it looked like it was supposed to be that way, but I know it wasn't. And unfortunately, I lost contact with the tattoo artist that worked on that sleeve, and he is also in a completely different country. So for me to get it retouched was almost impossible. So I just started eventually liking how black big pieces look on people bodies. And because I have so much black now on my tattoos, I have a lot of black on my back and on my chest. And now I felt very confident that that will look good on me, together with all the colorful and together with all the black that I have. So that's the only reason why I did it. I just wanted something fresh, something more new.
Yeah.
And yeah, super easy answer. A lot of people were upset with me doing that, and they thought that I was getting rid of some bad memories or something. That's not like that. It's more simple than that.
That's why I wanted to ask you the question. And
Absolutely.
thank you for the honest answer.
Absolutely.
In Dancing Alone, acoustic version, you have some sensual pictures. And I must say they're amazing.
Thank you.
Especially the one with the blue hair. You were in a pose that's really powerful, and the blue hair, and you're like, I'm here.
Yeah, so Dancing Alone acoustic version was put together by fans. That's not a um, thing that we did. We
Hmm.
had Dancing Alone only, we only have it like live. We don't have a music video for it. So
Oh.
the video that you saw with pictures was put
Hmm.
together by fans. And I believe, now that you're telling me, I believe I even seen it one time, like long ago, because it's a very old song.
Hmm.
The song itself is very sexual. It is. And I am a
Hmm.
sexual person, so it's part of me. And I believe that sexuality shouldn't be a taboo because it's part of every single one of us.
Yes, of
I
course.
yes, and I know not everybody supports it being in metal or it being used for any type of like music videos, but I think I want to be as sincere and as real as possible with my audience, and that is part of me, so it's there. We did something similar for the song Intoxicating, where it was a lyric video and I am dancing on a background. It is a more sexual visuals and a sexual song as well. And we did have a lot of hate for it too, which is totally fine. We do what we do for ourselves mainly, so it's totally fine to have, all types of reactions.
Yeah.
But coming back to Dancing Alone, that was way older. Yeah, I do a lot of photo shoots. I actually started when I was 19, and a lot of them are more revealing than others. Uh,
Sensual.
yes, just like I mentioned, just because it's part of me, and I think, I like to be artistic and I like to be myself, and combining the two together is my favorite.
Yeah, I must say the fans did a really good job.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you must review it one day.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe
Really,
long ago. Yeah.
yeah, it's really magnificent.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, just only one COVID question. If you were stuck in quarantine for a week with a musician, dead or alive, who would you have with you and why?
I would like to be probably with Freddie Mercury. He,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, he is totally my vocal hero, but also, I mean, from all the sources that we have nowadays and the movies and everything, it looked like he was a lot of fun to be
Yeah.
around. So probably him, yeah.
Yeah, my choice as well.
Right.
Can you tell us about festival and tour plans for the year, if it's possible?
Yeah, unfortunately, can't fully promise anything because of the current situation in the world that we are still dealing with. We did announce a European tour and an American tour. Right after that, it's going to be, the festival season. Just, fingers crossed, everything we planned will happen, I guess, but we definitely have a lot of plans when it comes to shows. We are all missing it a lot.
So do we.
Yeah.
It's nice to have the interview through Skype or Zoom, but face to
Yeah,
face much better. Maybe
absolutely.
one day.
Maybe one
Maybe
day,
one
yeah.
day.
But for some reason, we play somewhere not too far from where you are. Uh,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'll gladly have an interview face to face with you as well.
Oh, I would love that.
Okay, absolutely.
Yes,
Just let me know.
we have a date.
Good, good. We have a date.
Okay. Just one cheeky question. You are multi-talented, not just a metal singer. You have so many other skills. Would you say you are a workaholic?
Yeah, I am. However, I I work hard only with things that I love, and things that I love give me pleasure. And I learned a while ago that life is too short to spend it on things that don't matter to you personally or things that don't make you happy. So I try my best to select. Things very wisely. Since I was a child, I started working very, very early, and I loved the job that I chose until music came into my life, and then I dedicated my life to music. But besides my job, which I have a lot of passion for, I like to do many things, like things that require, more patience. That, a lot of even my friends, they're like, oh, I don't have patience for that. Like cooking, for example. I absolutely
Yeah.
love cooking, and I think it's very therapeutic, and it gives me, and it's, I love being creative with food as well, and I love learning about food a lot, about its properties, about, how, what does it go with, and stuff like that. So I work hard. That is definitely something that no one can prove me wrong. Even with the band itself, I think it's a good example of, um, we all work very hard to do what we do. And I never been a musician before this band. I never even sang. I never even thought I would, be a musician. So I had to work very hard to learn something that I had no idea how to do.
Yeah.
And I still do. I still learn. I still try my best to always keep in good shape, vocal wise and stuff. So yeah, I am especially when I like something, I give it all for sure.
I bet you do.
Thank you.
If you had one superpower, what would it be?
I get that question a lot lately, and I
Mhm.
think I'm going to stick with the same answer because obviously there are many cool things that you would want to do, like flying and stuff like that, of course. However, yeah, I think the best thing to be able to do, no matter how harsh sometimes, would be to have the ability to make people stop lying.
Wow, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it definitely comes with some side effects.
Yeah.
You will find out things that you don't want to know, but
Mhm.
yeah, still, I would prefer that.
Yeah, I prefer honesty as well. If
Yeah.
somebody lies, I can't lie.
Yeah.
Everybody sees it
Very
when
much.
I'm telling somebody a lie. I just can't. They just tell me, "Oh, you're lying." Yes, of course I'm lying. um, just how far would you sell your soul in the name of rock and
Ooh. I mean,
roll?
yeah, it's an interesting question. I guess, yeah, it's all my life, I would, I don't know, I can't see anything else that makes me so so happy and so complete. So I would give it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a song written by someone else you wish you had written?
Oh, I mean, I don't think about it that way, but very often you will find me watching a movie
Mhm.
or reading a book and being like, holy shit, this was said so nicely, so perfect. I love movies. I'm very passionate about movies, books, um, and I pay a lot of attention to it. Actually, it's very difficult for me to watch something or like in a company of people that talk a lot or
Yeah.
read a book with some background noise, like even music or other people talking. It throws me off because I put so much focus in it, and I'm here, like I'm in the moment. And very often, yeah, I measure and think about every single word. And yeah, I catch myself very often even putting it down and being like, this is an awesome concept,
Yeah.
and yes, or sometimes the concept you're very familiar with, maybe I even wrote about it, but you see someone putting it into words so perfectly, you're like, yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
So I can't name one. No, it's a lot. It happens to me often.
Cool. Finish the sentence, please. Everybody needs the infected rain in their life because.
It's pure emotion.
Yes, definitely. Tell me why we should check out. There it is again. Ecdysis?
Ecdysis.
Ecdysis.
That's
Sorry.
totally fine. No, no, no. It's not. Don't even worry.
Okay, the ecdysis.
You asked, otherwise I would not
Yes.
interrupt you. Ecdysis. Why they need to listen to it?
Yeah, why we should check it out.
Well, because I think it's very raw and it has certain themes that a lot of people can relate to. And it might be really, really relieving to hear that from a side. I know for sure because a lot of it reflects my own life, my own, situations or like demons, and I know I'm not the only one like that. And sometimes people need to hear it. So that's why I invite people to actually give it more than one try because it has to sink in properly.
Yeah, like a few other songs that you have to listen to a few times and then it
Yeah,
comes and then you're in the mood. In
yeah,
the music, in the sensation, in the passion,
yeah,
then you can feel it.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Can you give me 4 words to describe Lena Scissorhands?
Oh my God.
Hmm.
And that's a difficult question because I'm not very good when it comes to talking about myself. Um, I mean, I guess I would say fun, real,
Honest?
friendly, and yeah, honest. I mean, but real is really what I mean with honesty.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that describes you well.
Thank you.
Do you have some final words for our watchers and listeners and your fans?
Thank you so much for giving a try to our music. Thank you for spreading the word. We really, really need you more than ever, specifically because of what's happening in the world. I know not many people realize how much the show business actually still suffers. But we, as a band, Infected Rain as a band, was able to survive and move on and be stronger only because of you. So thank you so much, and thank you for having us.
Well, Lena, it was a very pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed it, and I hope to see you live one day, maybe when you come to Belgium.
Yeah.
So have a good night,
Thank you.
and maybe till next time.
Yay. Thank you so much for having me, Gina.
You're very welcome. Bye bye, Lena. See
Bye.
ya. Bye.
questions and